Welcome to our channel. In the last session, we discussed one hardware-based solution to the critical section problem, that is test and search. In this session, we are moving to one more problem, compare and swap. This is also an atomic instruction. That means if an instruction is executed, another instruction is unable to interrupt them. So synchronization is achieved. What is the here? This is an algorithm for compare and swap. How do we achieve mutual exclusion? Everything we will discuss. Now, whatever we discussed here, the same thing is in the test and search. Here, initially, I am using one shared variable lock. For understanding, first process P0, I am using one shared memory location lock. What is the value of lock? The value of lock is equal to 0. Now, while true, I am calling the algorithm compare and swap ampersand lock comma 0 comma 1. This is the algorithm for compare and swap. What this algorithm do? It compares the value of the memory location with an expected value. If it is equal, it updates the value with the new value. Clear? This is the algorithm does. Now, assume the lock is at address 100. We are passing address. Now, this is a pointer which stores the address. What is the expected value? 0. What is the one? No. Why expected is 0? Here the expected specifies the expected value of lock. That is, if lock is equal to 0, the critical section is free. Always I expect that the critical section is free. So, lock is equal to 0. And whenever I accept, that is, the critical section is busy, we need to update the lock with 1. If the lock is equal to 1 means the critical section is used by some other process. Got it? Now 0, that is the reason expected 0 and value 1. Now temp is equal to star value. What is the star value? The value at the particular address 0. Now temp holds a value 0. Star value, that is 0, is equal to 0. The internal meaning is the lock is free. Whenever it is free, I am updated with a new value. So this is also pointed by value. I updated with a new value. And what I return? I return temp only. Why? After assigning, I updated. This is different to this is. Now I return a value 0. Here come to this one. While of this value is 0, 0 is not equal to 0. Condition is true or false? Obviously 0 not equal to 0, the condition is false. What happened if the condition is true? If the condition is true and I return semicolon means the loop repeated indefinitely. That is keep on waiting. Suppose anyway we will discuss condition is false. Whenever the condition is false, we are enter into the critical section. That means process P0 enter into the critical section. Clear? That means compare. I compare the lock variable and if it is 0 and lock swap with a value 1. Okay, clear. Suppose if process P1 wants to enter into the critical section, what happened? Now process P1 comes here, ampersand of lock, that is address is passed here. What is my expected value? 0. What is the new value? 1. Now temp is equal to star value. What is the value? That is the memory location already updated with a value 1. So temp is equal to 1. My value 1 is equal to 0. Condition fail if is not at all executed and it returns a value 1. Here what you am getting? The value 1. 1 is not equal to 0. So the condition is true. If the condition is true, it is repeated indefinite number of times. That is waiting. That means observe, if process P0 is in the critical section, P1 is in the waiting state. So I achieved mutual exclusion. I think it is clear. Now progress. Anyway, after completion of one process, we are allocating to another process without any time delay. Progress is also achieved. By using this algorithm, I achieved both mutual exclusion progress. But coming to bounded waiting, suppose once the process P naught exit from the critical section, okay, and P1 is waiting for the critical section. Suppose after exiting, again process P0 request for the critical section. Now P0 and P1 both are requesting for the critical section. Here there is no criteria to which process I am allocating. Suppose if you are allocating the critical section again to P0, P1 is in the waiting state. Suppose P0 once again exit and required critical section one more time. Again if I am assigned to P0, P1 is waiting time. So P1 is waiting indefinite number of times. It's lead to starvation. So the bounded waiting requirement is not satisfied by using this algorithm. Whatever the problem we discussed till now, the same thing is discussed in the test and set instruction also. To overcome such a problem, the bounded waiting algorithm is designed here. The same thing is applied to test and set also. Here we are using lock is equal to 0. There I used lock is equal to false. 0 and false both are same. This is the algorithm for bounded waiting. Now I am explaining this algorithm how bounded waiting is achieved. For this I am using two shared variables. One is waiting of I, second one is lock. Anyway, we know the meaning of lock. Lock is equal to 0 means critical section is free. Lock is equal to 1 means critical section is busy. What is the waiting of I? Suppose waiting of I is equal to true means process Pi is waiting for the critical section. Waiting of I is equal to false means process Pi does not wants to wait for the critical section. Clear? Now come to one by one. Here I will explain this algorithm. Ignore that one. First, waiting of I is equal to true. Initially I assumed some I is equal to true. Suppose the process P0. Waiting of process P0 is equal to true means P0 wants to enter into the critical section. I used one variable key is equal to 1. Okay. Now while loop, while waiting of I, what is the value? True, and key is equal to 1 true. Here the both the conditions are true. Now key is equal to compare and swap ampersand lock comma 0 comma 1. I am calling this algorithm. Anyway, whenever this happened, we already know I am creating one lock variable. First this step happened now. Lock is equal to 0, lock is equal to 0, 100. So calling this algorithm ampersand lock comma 0 comma 1. Internally it calls this algorithm. What it returns, we already discussed the first step. Obviously it return a value 0. Now this step returns a value 0. Now what is the value of key? Key is equal to 0. Now this is the loop. Again repeat the loop. Waiting of I is equal to true, and what is the key value? 0 equal to 0, condition false. So while loop fails. Once the while loop fails, we comes out of the loop, and waiting of I is equal to false means we are waiting of I is equal to false means process Pi is enter into the critical section. If it is already entered into the critical section, then there is no need to wait. Anyway, you know that one. If we here the value 0, 0 not equal to 0, critical section. Exactly. Enter into the critical section. So, if it is entered into the critical section. So, this is the loop to decide indefinite waiting. Now, P0 is in the critical section. Suppose it's still on running. Now, to understand, I will explain the remaining logic. Assume I have some 3 process. Assume I have 3 process, that is n is equal to 3, j is equal to I plus 1 mod n. Now what is the j value? I value initially I assumed as 3, 0 plus 1, 1 mod 3, 1 mod 3 value 1, while 1 is not equal to 0. The condition is true. 1 is not equal to 0 and weighting of j. What is the weighting of j? Assume P1 is weighting. Weighting of j is equal to true. Not weighting of j means this is false. So anyway, the condition is false. The condition is false. The entire while loop is failed. If j is equal to I, if the condition entire while loop is failed, now coming to the next statement, j is equal to I. So 1 is equal to 0, condition false, and weighting of j is equal to false. If this is false, I am moving to weighting of j is equal to false. Suppose keep on repeating. Now one time j is equal to 2, j is equal to 3. Suppose if P naught releases from the critical section, P naught releases, suppose j is equal to in the next iteration 2. In the next iteration j is equal to 3 mod 3, j is equal to 0. So 0 not equal to 0, condition fail. This is fail. And 0 is equal to 0, yes. The lock is equal to 0. Lock is free. Now the lock is free. Now the remainder section is executed, and in the next iteration the same thing is happened. If you observe carefully, here what is the logic? Which process is next entered into the critical section? That means each process is entered into the critical section after at most n minus 1 turns. Suppose the first 0 turn, next to J1 process 1 turn, next to process 2 turn, and again P0, P1, P2. This is the condition for writing this one. By this we are achieving bounded weighting also. If you elaborate this one by one, step by step, you get the complete idea. This is the concept of compare and swap. Thank you.